Loft insulation plays a crucial role in ensuring your house remains at the right temperature, while also keeping energy bills low. While many homes do have loft insulation, it is often squashed by storage boards, or is old and has become ineffective, or is laid at just 100mm thickness or less, whereas today's regulations call for 300mm thickness of insulation. This short video will take you through the complete loft insulation process. Installing ROCKWOOL loft insulation is quick and easy. Before you start, ensure you have the following tools: drill, saw, craft knife, tape measure, kneel board or walk board, sufficient lighting or light source, dust mask, protective gloves and knee pads. To calculate the amount of ROCKWOOL thermal insulation roll that you require, visit rockwool.co.uk/builders/materials+calculator, where you'll find a calculator tool, complete with an online stockist finder. Before you start, inspect the structure itself. Ensure the joists are in good condition and that any gaps or holes are filled. Also check to ensure all electrical cabling is in good condition. If topping up insulation, be sure to check that the existing insulation is well installed and has not been squashed or started to slump below its original height. Electrical cabling should be kept above the insulation line, especially if serving higher powered items such as an electric shower. However, if unsure, check with a qualified electrician to see if the cabling does in fact need to be lifted clear, or alternatively be derated for use underneath the insulation. If you have recessed spotlights mounted in the ceiling, it is important that you install light covers. These will give the fixtures the space needed to ventilate the heat generated during use and will prevent lights from overheating and failing. Where there is a water tank in the loft and it is raised less than 300mm clear of the insulation level, then there is no requirement to insulate below or under the tank, as this will help prevent it from freezing. If the tank is elevated more than 300mm, then you should insulate both under and all around the tank. The water pipes will also need to be lagged. Start by clearing your loft. Give yourself a large, clear and safe working space. Remove old storage boards. Use boarding to create a storage area for a few rolls of insulation, and use boarding across the joist wide enough for you to kneel on as you work. Measure the width between the joists. Typically, this will be either 400mm or 600mm, although not exactly, and cut the rolls appropriately. Start laying insulation in the furthest corner, and then work back towards the loft hatch. Start at the eaves, leaving 25mm for ventilation. Next, fill the space between the first set of rafters with 100mm of insulation. If one roll isn't long enough to reach from one end to the other, start a new roll and join the edges closely together. Carry on filling between the joists across the entire loft floor area. If you intend to use your loft space for storage, you will need to install a loft storage system. We recommend the store floor system shown here, available from Loft Zone. It is essential that insulation is not squashed with boarding post-installation. Doing this will drastically reduce the thermal performance of your insulation. When you've laid insulation between your joists, unroll a second layer of 200mm insulation at a 90-degree angle to the first layer. You can use the full width roll to speed up the process. The final part of the job is to insulate your loft hatch. To preserve the continuity of insulation, use double-sided sticky tape to place and hold a cut-to-fit piece of 200mm thick roll onto the loft hatch and further secure in place by stapling a layer of thick plastic over the top. Now the job is done. ROCKWOOL thermal insulation roll is quick and easy to accurately cut and provides a great fit, minimising installation time and maximising performance. Stone wool is comprised of inorganic materials and so resists rot and mould. Being water repellent as well as breathable means ROCKWOOL insulation products won't take on water, but will allow water vapour in the air to pass through and escape. With structural integrity and dimensional stability, ROCKWOOL roll will perform for the lifetime of the building without sagging or slumping over time. And being made from stone means ROCKWOOL insulation offers unmatched fire resistance, protecting families and their homes. According to the Energy Savings Trust, a quarter of the heat is lost through an uninsulated roof. Research by Which has shown that installing loft insulation can reduce energy bills by up to £240 per year. So making sure you have the right type and amount of insulation, as well as ensuring it is installed properly, is vital to maintaining a comfortable, energy-efficient home.